That's all I have. Not only as an actress, but as one of Australia's most loved personalities. And for her work, Paula was nominated for the Australia Day Award for work with people with disabilities in 1997 and was awarded the Executive Woman of the Year for contribution to the arts and community. Paula was also represented with an Australian Achievement Award for people with disabilities, and most noticeably was awarded an Order of Australia for outstanding contribution to the entertainment industry and the Australian community. So we couldn't have a better supporter on our side. Paula was sponsored and produced a wide range of charity events, including the Make-A-Wish Ball, Spirit of Mission Awards, the Secret Women's Business Luncheons for the Royal Hospital for Women Foundation. And Paula has raised in the vicinity of $10 million for those charities. Not only is Paula our ambassador for our award, but she's also the ambassador for Nova Employment, developing projects, events and seminars to build awareness of the ability of people with a disability. Paula began working with us in mid-2012 to attract sponsors to support the New South Wales Volunteer of the Year Award, as well as to assist in raising the profile of volunteering at the centre. And we know at the centre how much of a struggle that is to raise our profile, because you know, sometimes the community takes volunteers for granted. We all appreciate them, but we forget to say thank you. And so it's my great pleasure to introduce you, Paula, who will speak to you now. Thank you.
I was going to ad-lib this, but I've got a few things to say. So rather than do that, I'm pulling back here. Does that sound better? Can everyone hear me? I just thought I'd write today what I think about volunteering, and I'd like to share my thoughts with you. It's still whistling. Why is it whistling? Is it me?
The guy's whistling at you.
Is that? I wish. Is that all right? I still sound is a bit strange there. Anyway, I'd just like you to close your eyes for a moment, and I'd like you to imagine a world, or our place, our country, Australia. What our community would be like without our volunteers who visit our sick and work in palliative care in hospitals. Without those who help those that are lonely and poor, who visit our elderly and help raise funds for our churches, our community groups, our schools, our Indigenous and Aboriginal communities. What would we do without our darling ones who bring Meals on Wheels when we're hungry and we're sick? What would our economy be like if we didn't have our rescue operators, our volunteer firefighters, and those that risk their lives in floods or in our continual disasters? What would life be like without those that volunteer to help those with disabilities, raise awareness and support for our Aboriginal communities, the minorities and our ethnic communities that come to our country? What about our volunteers who speak up for animals who can't speak up for themselves? Our inspirational people who fight for our native animals so that they won't go into extinction? What would we do without the likes of Father Chris Riley helping youth find purpose in their lives, food and shelter? Ita Buttrose, our Australian of the Year, who has worked tirelessly for the prevention of AIDS and Alzheimer's. And all of the hundreds and hundreds of high-profile celebrities who give their time for so many valuable charities, such as Mission Australia, Wesley Mission, who I was there for a long time for, Beyond Blue, Salvation Army, Humpty Dumpty, Starlight, Make-A-Wish, Animal Liberation, Country Women's Association, Cancer, MS, Muscular Dystrophy, Multiple Sclerosis and SIDS. What would we do without Life Force? You know, that visits our outback community, schools and communities to help with suicide prevention. Believe it or not, we have one of the highest suicide rates in the world, still. They offer comfort and guidance in where and what to do with Lifeline, which is one of our great volunteer services. Without all of our morning teas and afternoon teas, marathons, walkathons, all put on by the average mums and dads, we would not have had the chance to research, to find cures for so many cures for cancer. I just want to say that volunteering does come, though, in many ways. It comes from helping our next door neighbour, picking up our friends from school, being there to support our local or national football teams, and transporting kids who don't have someone to take them along to dance classes or extra learning or reading lessons. To spend hours listening to a loved one who's in mourning, or being there for a new mum so that they get some sleep. Maybe helping a sick friend by cleaning the house or garden when they come home from hospital. It is complex. It's called giving. Let's not even forget our international disasters where Australia step in a second to help the rest of the world. So okay, let's turn it around. Now what does volunteering do for us, for you? It provides all of us with a sense of belonging and a sense of purpose. It offers the lonely a chance to integrate into our community and to make friends. It offers our community the chance to learn more skills. A lot of corporate organisations lend their staff to work so that they offer skills to people who might not any other way learn. It's also amazing because it's able for our elderly to pass on experience from diverse lifestyles. Volunteering builds self-worthiness, there's no doubt about that. It helps bring families and marriages back together again. It stops bullying at school and brings about comradeship and friendship. And it helps depression bring about confidence and a feeling of being worthwhile. I think it's very, very hard to put a value on giving. Time, effort and money are all very valuable. But the greatest of these, I believe, is time. Time travels so fast. And when we're young, we look up to our elders to give their time to us. But when we're older, we look to our youth to give theirs. Interesting about time, just try and stop it. I wrote this song. It's just in my head, I'd like to put it to music, but just try and stop it. Try to clock it. Try to make it last. Try to stop that damn clock from moving slowly around its face. It's a pity that time runs its own race. That's why time is so valuable to each and every one of us. Volunteering is related to mateship. It's what we are as Australians. It's sometimes just helping people to help themselves. Our Volunteer of the Year awards are here for you to express our deepest appreciation to the individuals, the community groups, the celebrities, the corporates and the government bodies who have enriched our life through giving in themselves, their skills and their time. These awards could never have taken place and couldn't have grown to this level without Clubs New South Wales. Okay. Now imagine what it'd be like to do without our clubs. You see, this is where all our volunteering comes to life. It's the only one place that we can go, whether we live in metropolitan, local, rural or outback Australia, and gather communities together. Asking for a helping hand, gaining support and promoting our causes. Our local club, I really believe, is the centre of our community, and that is why they are our major sponsor. And a personal thank you to Anne Fitzgerald, who without you believing in us, we wouldn't be where we are right now. Clubs New South Wales want to join with us in recognising your outstanding contribution in making this country, this beautiful country of ours, a better, a healthier, a safer and a more valuable society. Our clubs are always there and will continue to grow with us, learn with us and develop with us, in always bringing a sense of hope and light into a world that is often filled with nothing but bad news. Tonight is good news. Here's to you, each and every one of you, the volunteers of Australia, who I believe are the heart and soul of our worth. I'm honoured to be your ambassador.